So why lean? Here's a slide that describes the differences. Typical site, you focus on individual tasks, whereas lean, you focus on the project and task comes secondary. Project always first. Similar, person is boss on a typical site. With lean thinking, the project is boss. The project succeeds, you succeed. Centralised command and control, we're all used to project managers, production managers, site foremen. Whereas with lean, the decision made at the lowest level, you empower your staff to make that decision. Again, traditionally all failures are punished. You sack the guy if he's cocked up a concrete pour. With lean, you learn through smaller errors. You avoid bigger errors by making smaller errors. We avoid project post-mortems, which is basically at the end of the job you figure out what went wrong, try not to do it again. The lean way is you learn every day. You correct it every day, which gives you next week to make new mistakes. People seem to think a good master plan must have lots of detail and plan it all out at the beginning. Usually it goes wrong on day one. Start simple, add detail when necessary. A good friend of mine at T5 once told me that the plan can't survive exposure to reality. Once you've hit print, something's changed somewhere. People attend classes to learn how to work in teams, is the traditional way. People are unable to form a collaborative team for project benefit. We have to avoid these departments where you've got a procurement department, a sales department, a manufacturing department, customer services. Chris's case, drainage department, technical department. You build a team around the project. So you second people from these disciplines to the project, and they stop reporting to the department heads. The biggest problem people have, especially on T5, it still happens down there on T5C, is procurement. The guys on site get everything organised, they get the quotes in, talk with the guys in the pre-contract and negotiation. Where it fails is you have to send the order off to the procurement department. Sits on the desk for 2 weeks till they get around to processing it, so they lose 2 weeks on the programme straight away. Because it's off-site and remote, to keep everybody together. They're on the same team. So a little bit about chasing people. Definition is the act of checking over and over again the progress or commitment or promise by either contacting other people or directly inspecting the work to determine progress. Here's a question for you guys. Day in, day out, what's the average percentage of the time spent chasing people? Commitments. Anybody want those percentage? Yeah? 30%? That's too much. Far too much time. So then the next question is, what percentage of time is spent being chased? 10 to 15% perhaps? Industry average is about 50%. So half your time is chasing other people's commitments. Obviously it's that important, everybody being formally trained. Everybody being on the course to teaching how to train people. 50% of your time taking it, chasing other people. Nobody seems to get trained in it. What would you say if we could reduce that by 10%? What would you do with the time? Go shooting. Oh yeah. We go there, go shooting. So why do we spend time chasing people? Which one fails most? The reliability of people to make and keep promises, or the reliability of stuff? I don't know about you guys, but stuff's up in the building site rarely goes wrong unless you've dropped it. Or cracking. So it's all about people. Reliability. How do you measure reliability? Well, Jones and Womack and various other organisations, Lean Construction Institute in the States, came up with this formula. It's based on a sample of work that could be a day's worth of work or a week's worth of work. It's not the whole task. It's basically what you plan to do that week, divided into the actual tasks you completed. So if you plan to do 10 tasks, 50% reliability. Fairly simple. But when you plot it over time, this is a sort of graphic here. Now the green line is showing a modest improvement, going from 45 to 48% over a period of about a month. You can see how it varies. Obviously we had the day off, a week off down there because it did nothing. That slight improvement from 45 to 40%, 48%, it's only 3 percentage points, but when you work out the statistics, it's actually a 10% improvement per month. We record the reason why we didn't do something. So we did 10 tasks, we managed 5. We record a reason for each of the 5 tasks is grouped into these are safety, equipment, resource, material, weather, prerequisite, which is the thing before it needed to be finished, wasn't done, and commitment. You can group, pick whatever suits your project, what you're actually implementing. So it gets pigeonholed into one of these, but they also write down the detailed reason why it didn't happen. So at the end of the week, when you've got a 50% PPC, and you've got something like that, which is commitment and plan, I would have said that that's 297 items out of about 500. So your biggest problem that week is commitment and planning. You can go into the detailed reasons to find out why things didn't happen. If it's weather, not a lot you can do about it unless we've got this something in Spain. But equipment, resources is quite a typical one on a construction site. Someone borrowed your guys to go do something else that might be slightly more important. What we found on Heathrow with the PPC is it can be manipulated because you commit every day to what you're going to do tomorrow. And if you're a little bit intelligent, you know if you commit to less, you get a higher PPC the next day. So you have to watch the program as well to see whether they're still meeting the program. Similarly, I had a section on Heathrow that was actually getting a PPC of about 110, 115 every day. It was doing more work than it was committing to. So you have to have a chat with the guy and get him to do a little bit more.